Chief Medical Officer's Log, Day 66. We are returning from Delius after rendering aid to the casualties of the Haxian rot, a particularly virulent and invasive bacteria, at first thought to have been eradicated, but which now, sadly, seems to have reared its head once again. We succeeded in halting the spread of the virus, and were able to treat the outbreak with a minimum of fatalities. We are on our way back to Odyssey, which is engaged in charting a new trade lane in the adjacent sector. The assignment concluded satisfactorily, and it has been a pleasant chance to escape the confines of the ship for a while.
Is everything alright, Doctor?
Should it not be?
Well...
The only drawback of this assignment has been the presence of Ensign Cross, who has attempted to engage me in pointless conversation on numerous occasions during this mission.
Look, Doctor, I know you aren't particularly interested in conversation.
That is correct.
Oh, well,
Ensign, if you desire to say something, please do so, and avoid the awkward pauses you continually struggle with. Either that, or please remain silent.
I'm sorry, Doctor.
Qatar are not renowned for their conversational abilities.
You don't say.
But Qatar are renowned for their exceptional hearing, Ensign.
What?
What is it, Ensign?
Meteor storm. Nothing was on the charts.
Dangerous.
Nothing we shouldn't be able to avoid if we're...
Where did they come from?
I don't know. They just appeared. Anyway, it shouldn't be too hard to...
Alert, alert. Hull breach in forward crew compartment. Emergency hull repair in progress.
You were saying, Ensign?
Hold tight, Doc.
Kindly refrain from calling me Doc.
Damn it!
We are losing atmospheric pressure, Ensign.
Yes, Doctor, I know!
Instruments indicate that the moon ahead has a Class 1 atmosphere.
Just as well. Now, if I can just... Oh crap! What? Oh. Doc, you alright?
I am as well as can be expected given the circumstances. What happened?
Don't know. It felt like we were hit by some kind of EMP wave. Knocked out all the systems at once. By the time the backups kicked in, we were too deep into the planet's gravity well to pull out in time for a controlled landing.
I am gratified we survived in that case. I will attend to the crew and handle their injuries. Your priority is to repair the ship.
I doubt there's much I can do about that, ma'am.
Nonsense. Chief Frost has commented on your engineering aptitude several times.
Really?
No. Now please attend to your duties.
Gee, thanks a lot.
Who is back there?
It's me, Ensign Sterling, ma'am. I've got Johnson here with me. I think we're trapped.
Is anyone else alive?
No, ma'am. Savanta and Riley are dead.
Is there a way for you to get out from the rear of the compartment?
No, ma'am. The hatch is jammed fast. And the way it's heating up, I'm betting there's a fire back there as well.
Very well. Stand as far back as you can, and make sure Crewman Johnson is away from the panels on this side.
Aye, aye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank me later, once we are safe. Here, lay him down on the couch.
Hey John, are you alright?
Ensign Sterling is fine. Crewman Johnson has a serious head injury. What is the situation with the repairs?
No go, Doctor. The crash wiped out our ventral thrusters, and our atmospheric drive got fried when we hit those meteors. We're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Tony, ma'am, if we don't get out of here soon, we're going to be picking up pieces of ourselves from miles around.
He is correct. It would appear that one of the fusion bottles has ruptured during the crash.
That was my next piece of good news.
We may yet be all right. If we evacuate for a while to give the bottle time to empty and the interior to cool off, we may yet be able to repair the ship.
Ma'am, I just said...
I heard what you said, Ensign. However, it is of my opinion that we are best to wait and see what we can do once it is safe to return.
If you say so, ma'am.
We'd better get out of here.
Quickly, we must get clear.
I hope this atmosphere is breathable.
Whether it is or not is of no consequence. We have no choice but to exit the vessel. This should be sufficient cover for now. We will need to find a more secure location quickly, however.
I managed to download the scan logs from the main computer. This place isn't a beach resort, that's for sure.
God. Oh, what's that smell? Wow, like rotten eggs.
That is due to the high concentration of sulfur dioxide in the atmosphere. Low nocturnal temperatures, erratic magnetic field. Indeed, not the most hospitable world we could have crashed on, Ensign.
It's only borderline class 1.
Yes, we cannot survive for more than a week or two without serious long-term health concerns.
I'd be happy if we managed to survive the night.
Negative thoughts are not useful in this situation, Ensign. Now we must find somewhere we can utilize as a base area. Come along, Ensign Cross. Please assist in moving Crewman Johnson. This will do. We must ensure he stays warm and comfortable.
So, what happens now?
We must simply stay healthy and alive long enough for Odyssey to come looking for us.
Ma'am, with that EMP pulse, I doubt even Odyssey will be able to penetrate the cloud layer. That's even if she could locate where we are.
One must strive to make the best of the situation, Ensign. Isn't that what you humans are good at? Your resourcefulness?
Look!
Very shallow re-entry angle. I reckon that was a ship entering the atmosphere.
I concur. The scanner readings indicate a substantial cerium concentration in the expelled vapours, which would be consistent with a space vessel of some type.
We have to go and see if there are any survivors, Doctor.
We are not prepared to render assistance at this very moment. Crewman Johnson is still unconscious and in critical condition. He may not survive the night.
But...
Do not argue, Ensign. Once we have a sufficient shelter constructed, we can then examine the site of this crash. Until then, we would be more of a hindrance to them in our current state.
I guess you're right.
Indeed I am. We shall investigate come planetary morning. Until then, however, we need to get some rest and replenish our energy reserves. The ship could have come down some distance away.
I suggest we post a guard, ma'am. We don't know if this planet is uninhabited.
Unlikely given its atmosphere, although possible. Wake me in 4 hours, Ensign, and I will relieve you.
Jeez. I forgot how rough sleeping rough really is. Doctor?
Crewman Johnson did not survive the night. We must bury his body, then seek out the crash site.
What? Jim's dead?
Unfortunately, he was too badly injured to survive the rigours of the night.
That's all you can say? He was my friend!
I am sorry for your loss, Ensign Sterling, but there is nothing we can do for him now. There may well be survivors at the impact site. We owe it to them to investigate and render any assistance we can.
She's right, John.
Right. You're right, Doctor. We should head for the crash site.
Very well. Attend to building a cairn for Crewman Johnson. I will attempt to obtain a fix on the crash vessel.
Cold-faced bitch.
Cut that kind of talk out, John. You know she's right. There's nothing we can do for Jim, but we might be able to help the other survivors.
There is a definite trace in this direction, Ensign.
Yes, ma'am. You can see the impact damage on the top of that ridge over there. Looks like it hit the edge of the rocks and skidded along this gully.
Scans indicate life signs, but the electromagnetic interference from these rocks is making it impossible to lock onto their trace correctly.
You'd better come see this.
I don't recognize the ship type, but it looks vaguely familiar.
That is not important. We must check to see if there are any survivors.
Careful, ma'am.
I think they will be more glad of the company than concerned, Ensign.
Canis? Here? But we're light years from the nearest Imperial presence.
The foul creatures wander at will, picking over the bones of the dead.
We've got several injured by the looks of them.
Leave them, Ensign. Come away.
Ma'am?
I will not treat these things. Leave them and step away.
Ma'am, you can't leave them to die.
Ensign, you will do as I order.
Damn you. No, I won't.
Sakala's claws, human. I am your superior officer. You will do as I command.
With respect. Stuff you, ma'am. I will not stand by and watch these people die.
They are Canis. They are our enemies.
Jesus. Where the hell have you been? In case you aren't aware, Commander, the war ended 10 years ago.
And may I remind you, Ensign, the Imperium have been our sworn enemy for longer than your race has been travelling the stars.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I don't qualify for your exclusive club, Doc.
Ensign Cross, you will stand down and do as I command, or I will shoot you where you stand.
Go ahead. I'd rather you shoot me than I stood back and watched you murder these people. For Christ's sake, I thought you were supposed to be a doctor.
This is different.
How the hell is it different? These people are injured, dying. They need medical help.
They fought no more of my people at Severoth.
Severoth? You were at Severoth?
Severoth?
You never heard of the Severoth massacre?
No.
Severoth was an agricultural colony on the edge of Alliance space. It was assaulted by a Canis strike force. Over 90% of the population were slaughtered.
Damn. I'm sorry, ma'am.
My whole pride was murdered at Severoth. I never drew the blood of my kinslayers, but I will see dog blood flow this day.
I can't even begin to understand what that must have been like. But you have to understand.
No, you have to understand, Ensign. My chance at vengeance was taken away from me that night, but I can, at last, exact some revenge on them.
We've got a live one.
Ensign, this is your final warning.
And this is yours. I'm not about to turn my back on these people just because you suffered a tragedy years ago. They need our help, and you supposedly took an oath. Yeah, remember that? How does it go again? Do no harm?
Actually, that is a common misconception. Those words are not in the Hippocratic Oath. Nevertheless, you have reminded me of something I forgot. We Katar take our oath seriously, but that one is the one to which I pledged myself when I became a doctor.
Well, in that case, good. I guess.
Please refrain from stuttering and pass me my bag, Ensign. No internal injuries I can discern, although I'm not an expert in canis physiology. Several fractures of the internal abdominal plating, a dislocated shoulder, myriad cuts and bruises. This individual will survive unaided. Broken cervical vertebrae, severed spinal cord, no pulse. Slight head trauma, possible concussion, minor bruising.
What are you doing, lab cat?
You have suffered several injuries that may be life-threatening. I am endeavouring to treat you. I am finding it difficult to do so with your claws around my throat.
Why should you wish to help me, Keita?
She's a doctor. Now, get your filthy hands off her, you mongrel.
The ape boy has backbone. I like that.
Be quiet and lie still.
You! What of my crew?
All dead. Except you and that guy over there.
It is the warrior's lot to die. But they will not enter Coven easily if they did not die in battle.
Growl all you want. Just stop moving so I can strap your lateral ribs up.
Why are you helping me?
It is my job, as someone reminded me recently.
You are Keita. We are sworn blood enemies.
I am well aware of that fact, thank you. I am also aware that necessity makes strange bedfellows. We are trapped on this world, as are you now.
Is that a threat?
A mere statement of fact, Centurion. Now lie still.
Keita, you show a remarkable disdain for personal hygiene.
Whilst you, even for a canis, smell particularly pungent.
I like you, lab cat. You have spirit.
Gee, I'm sure she's thrilled by that.
You, I am not sure about. The ape boy is not as strong as I thought, then.
The ape boy is going to be watching you very closely, and he is armed, so I would use a more pleasant tone if I were you.
And my legionnaire has your other warrior by the throat. Does that make us equal? Release my commander. Now!
He is not in restraints, so I failed to see what you mean.
Do not try my patience, Lapcat. Ah, hey, you survived. It is well. My lord, what of the others? gone to join the ancestors. All but nose, it seems. We will sing their praises later.
Huh. Nose never has the sense to die. As for the others, they did not die in battle. They will not enter Coven with honor.
They will enter Coven based on their deeds, Taji. Worry not.
And what of these things?
They state we are trapped here, as are they. That being true, then we are allies. Of a sort.
My lord, we cannot ally ourselves with these creatures. Especially not with a cat thing.
Enough! Both of you! You say you are trapped here.
Yep. Our launch crashed when we hit the asteroid field.
Yes. We too collided with it when we entered orbit.
Out of curiosity, why are you all the way out here anyway?
Be silent, ape. We will ask the questions, not you.
Nose. So glad you could join us at last.
My lord, I apologize for my tardiness.
I see a brush with death has done nothing to quieten your growl, my friend.
My head is hard enough, but I feared for the falling beam that struck me.
Listen, I hate to break up the reunion and all that, but what John asked hasn't been answered.
We came here because we were hunting.
Hunting what?
You.
Wait a minute. You were hunting us?
We were shuttling your vessel as part of a combat readiness exercise. There was no ill intent.
But this sector is under Alliance control.
We wandered slightly off course.
You mean you saw us on your sensors and decided to come play hide and seek?
I deemed it a worthwhile risk to test our suitability for combat.
Oh, well, I guess at least we aren't marooned here alone. That's a bonus, I suppose.
Are they always so despairing?
Ensign Cross is positively bursting with joy at the moment.
I find it hard to believe you humans defeated our glorious forces in battle.
Let go of my throat and we'll see who's weak, dog boy.
Tata, release him.
My lord?
You heard my order. Let him go.
Ensign, stand down. That's an order.
This cubbish bickering is pointless. If the situation is as you say, we will survive longer if we work together.
My lord, I must protest.
Silence, Taja. I am the commander of the Tefrau. My word is my bond. My honor is my life. And I pledge both to say there shall be no blood spilt between us. Qatar. Very well. There shall be no bad blood between us. We shall work together to live until help arrives. I give you my word.
I understand you place a great deal of store in your honor. We accept.
Excellent. Then we shall begin. standard long-range Alliance launch. Gracious, class.
You seem well informed.
It makes sound tactical sense to know your enemy and their capabilities.
Of course.
Do not sound so alarmed, human. You should be proud that we study you so much. You should be gratified that such an honorable people wishes you for an enemy.
Honourable? The same honour that condemned nearly 6,000 people to death.
Do not presume that all my people are warmongers and bigots who hate your race, Doctor. The Sephiroth massacre is one of the most shameful acts in the history of our race.
You don't know what you're talking about, mongrel.
Don't I? I think I do. I heard what you told your companions, and you'll see, you weren't the only one to lose family at Sephiroth.
What?
You heard me, Lapcat. My uncle and his entire pack were killed. And do you know why? Because they obeyed orders from a madman.
My lord, I do not think it wise.
When I want to know to whom I can express my thoughts, I will ask you, Taja. Until then, be silent.
I am given to understand that the attack on Sephiroth was ordered by the Imperator himself.
You are correct.
You would accuse your own leader of insanity.
What else can you say of a man who tried to commit genocide? Who tried to have 6,000 men, women, and kids slain for no other reason than pleasure? Who said that Covenant himself lived within him and demands their sacrifice?
But
You would not know this, but a cadre of warlords, sickened by the insanity of the Imperator, banded together and ordered him to recall our forces. He refused. To prevent further pointless savagery, they slew him where he stood and issued the orders to withdraw.
why? Why would your leaders do that?
We are not mindless butchers. There was no honor in that attack. No strategic value to the colony. No need to assault that world. Sephiroth was a non-combatant zone, designated as such in the plan of battle. But the Imperator ordered it purged of all who could walk, man, woman, and cub. And for that, our people will forever be shamed. Outside of our highest-ranking commanders and officials, very few are aware. The warlords convened the wisest of our race and asked them for advice. The elders told them to extend the hand of friendship to the Alliance before it was too late. Luckily for us, they were willing to listen.
My family, all of those people, gone because of one man.
Yes, one man who brought our whole race to the brink of annihilation. I am truly sorry for your loss, Doctor. If there is any consolation to be had, it is in this. That very act was the turning point for the whole war. From that point onwards, my people sued for peace and ended the fighting at last. Our fleets withdrew, and a few surviving sons of the wolf returned home.
Why are you telling me this?
Because you saved my men and I. Because I believe you deserve to know the truth about Sephiroth. Because I wanted to unburden myself. I do not know.
My lord, a word if I may. My lord, I do not agree with what you're doing with these things. Especially the left cat.
I am my own man, Tajay. I respect your skills as a warrior. But, as a diplomat, you have a long path to walk.
Do not mock me. I disagree with your stance on this.
You question me? You dare to question me?
Lord Gale, I fear the crash has addled your mind. You are not thinking straight.
You would have me do what? Declare war on these people? To what end?
My lord, they are our enemies.
They are not my enemies, nor should you think of them as yours. We need each other to escape this rock.
I don't trust them.
John, you don't trust anyone.
Tony, I'm serious. We had a war against them. We beat them.
Because they realized what it was going to cost them to win.
Then they come back and try to start the war all over again when they're ready for it. And now we're the best of friends.
Ensign Sterling, I will admit that my initial thoughts about Kale were similar to yours. But now I am not so sure.
Man, you can't be serious. You said yourself.
Yes, I did. But I have since thought about what he said. He didn't have to tell me that. He stood to gain nothing by telling us the truth.
The truth? Jesus. Can't you see they're trying to win us over? They're telling you what you want to hear. And you're falling for it.
Ensign, I think you should calm down.
With all due respect, Commander, I think I need to get some fresh air. There's a sudden bad smell around here.
My Lord Keel, the vehicle cannot be made to work. But we think we have a possible plan.
And that is?
We could use the remains of their jump space communication system in conjunction with ours to patch together something.
What do you mean?
We might be able to send a signal through the atmosphere.
But we are too far away from any Imperial shipping lanes.
True, but I believe that their base ship is nearby. We might have enough power to send a broad beam transmission in its general direction. If Covenant smiles on us, we may be lucky.
You want to summon their ship here? You must have been struck harder than the captain.
I warn you, Tajay. Speak out of turn once more, and I will raise more than my voice against you.
I will not be a party to this treachery.
Problems, Kale?
Nothing you need to concern yourself with.
Well, we have determined one thing.
And that is?
There's a naturally occurring refraction field caused by diamine particles in the atmosphere. That's why our engines cut out.
Diamine particles?
They are rare crystalline deposits that interrupt the formation of a stable jump matrix. They prevent jump space access within their field of operation.
What has that to do with the asteroids we encountered?
In sufficient density, they form a barrier that can bend light. It's almost like a camouflage field. The particles messed up the sensor grid, and the density meant they were hidden from visual detection, until we were right on top of them.
If what you say is true, would that not prevent a signal being sent through this field?
Yep.
But we believe we can use the camouflage generator from the Tefrau to correct for the distortion, and the more powerful transmitter on the launch to push the signal through.
Ah, now we see what true cooperation between our peoples can achieve.
Excellent work, both of you.
Get to work as soon as you can. I do not desire to spend any longer on this rock than necessary.
Yes, my lord.
Maybe there is hope for us yet.
Maybe.
There. That should do the trick.
Good work.
You know, you're a lot different from what I expected.
I was thinking the same thing, human.
John! What the hell are you doing?
What we should have done the minute we clapped eyes on these things.
Ensign Sterling, what are you doing?
What you should have done, you filthy dog lover.
No!
What have you done, human?
Another dog lover. Who'd have thought it? This is for Severoth.
Tajay,
Do not speak. You I charge with treason of the highest order, consorting with enemies of the Imperium.
put the weapon down, Legionnaire.
No, I could have let that ape kill you, but that would not have been a fate fit for a traitor such as you. Now you will die, but not before you see your lab cat dead at your feet.
You will not do this! Our people do not kill each other!
You are no longer Canis.
No! Kale!
Ouch. Oh, Lord, that hurts.
You nearly died to save him. Why?
Because he was worth saving.
Ensign, you must not attempt to stand. Your wounds.
Don't worry about me. What about Kale?
Do not try to move, Kale. Your wounds are severe.
I burst the gates of Coven, trembles at your words. Fearsome one!
You must lie still.
I am not long for this world, Lapcat. I can hear the drums of battle beating for me already. Soon I will fly from this place, but I shall not hear the singing of the ranks of Covenant's hordes. I have taken the blood of a fellow warrior of Coven. My soul is damned for all time.
Don't talk like that. Your wounds are treatable.
I see no Medibay, no surgical team. You lie badly for one of your kind, swish-tailed.
You will not die.
Strong words, friend Elmerald. But words are not enough. I hear the beating wings of the lords of all. I see the gates before me.
He's losing consciousness, ma'am.
No,
Doctor!
this is what he wants. Let him die with honor. He has earned it.
I fear no beast. I am a warrior. My honor is
My life.
This is the Odyssey calling Hygeia. Come in, Hygeia. Doctor, Anson, can you hear me?
Lieutenant? Lieutenant Nolan? Is that you?
No, you idiot. It's the voice of Lord God Almighty. Of course it's me. Are you alright?
We are as well as can be expected, Lieutenant. I did not ever expect to say this, but I am glad to hear your voice.
Don't say that, Doctor. It's liable to go to his head, and it's big enough already. Situation report, Lieutenant Commander.
Myself and Ensign Cross are the only survivors, sir. We are awaiting pickup, and we have a guest.
A guest?
It's a long story, sir.
I look forward to hearing it, Ensign. And very well, sit tight. The Chief and his crew are nearly finished outfitting a shuttle with a detector to find a way through the refraction field. The team will be there ASAP to collect you. Don't go anywhere.
I think I can safely say, sir, we're quite happy to stay right here.
Ship's log, day 68. We've retrieved the survivors from the crash site and are en route to deliver the Canis crewmen to a neutral port for collection by an Imperium vessel. The survivors are in good health and spirits, a testament to Dr. Emerald's abilities, and the surviving Canis officer speaks highly of her, which is a remarkable feat for a Kaitar. Doctor? I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all, Captain. Please come in. I did not expect to see you at this hour.
I sleep very little, Commander. Shouldn't you be resting too?
I have a few things to finish up before I retire for the night.
So...
Sir?
Nothing.
Captain, I am familiar enough with your behavior patterns by now to know that you are trying to elicit a response from me about my experiences on the planetoid.
Damn. Was I that transparent?
Almost painfully so, sir.
Was that an attempt at humor, Doctor?
Ensign Cross introduced me to the concept.
How is he?
He's a tough young man. He will be fine given a few weeks' bed rest.
I understand Commander Leyland has had to order him back to bed several times since he got back.
He certainly has the makings of a good officer.
Okay, Doctor. Now give me the lowdown.
Captain?
You know, what really happened down there?
I suppose you could say I had an epiphany. I believe it was your philosopher, Nietzsche, who said he who fights against monsters should see to it that he does not become a monster in the process.
Ah, very clever man.
He seems to have a certain eloquence, certainly.
I didn't take you for a student of philosophy. You and Nolan would get on like a house on fire.
Someone I knew taught me some valuable lessons, sir.
Well, I'm glad you're back, Doctor.
As am I. And, Captain,
Yes, Doctor?
you may call me Sarah.